Okay, so first of all, we have box number 1, which will come with the V-vent clamp for the downpipe. We also have the turbocharger unit. So we're gonna take it out of the bag. So the turbo, it's got in the back, and a spacer for to clear the electronic wastegate. So we also have the oil drain gasket and the bolts bolted into the turbo, and here's where the oil fit's gonna go. We also have the marks for the turbo clocking. This is a new feature we just made in the latest batches. So, and then we go on to box number 2, which when you open it, you will see our BigBoost stickers, and you will also see the exhaust manifold gasket, which, as you can see, it's 1.5 inch runners, so you can pour the head when you do the high power build and built engines. And we'll start by this is a new heat shield we have done on the N55 to avoid the boost lines, the boost coppers to melt. We have the oil fit line come with all OEM O-rings, has the 90-degree to clear, so it fits into the engine. And we have a banjo and the banjo bolt with the 2 crush washers that will go into the turbo. In this little bag, we also have the 7mm nut for the tight spaces between the turbo and the cylinder head. We have the bolts for the electronic wastegate bracket and the bolt that holds the heat shield into the manifold. Then we will have the boost U-pipe, which on top has the 3-volt pattern for the vent to atmosphere diverter valve system. We have the electronic wastegate bracket and the electronic wastegate linkage. And then we also have the vent to atmosphere diverter valve system I was talking about earlier. Now we go on into the cooling system part. We have the engine block outlet copper. We have a silicone 4-ply silicone hoses with all the clamps in it. We also have the OEM O-ring, brand new O-ring built in it, so you don't have to buy anything. Then we go onto the coolant pipe, hard pipe, which will go from the engine block into the water pump. And we have the AeroQuip blue hoses, which are guaranteed to hold engine oil, gasoline, and obviously coolant. In here, we also have the banjos for the coolant lines, crush washers, which are also inside, and the 3-volt that holds the engine block copper into the engine, number 6 hose clamps, and the 3 bolts for it. Oh, we also have this 60mm banjo bolts in here. After this, we have the engine intake pipe, N55 F-Series intake pipe. So this little S-shaped pipe will go into the turbocharger, and then with a 3-inch copper, it will hook up to this one. It's a 2-piece system, so you can easily route the intake pipe, and then connect to the stock intake location. We have a little carton in here to divide the floors of the box. Now we have the silicone hoses back. In here we start by the billet aluminum intercooler copper, which will allow you to run any OEM style intercooler connection with a 45-degree 4-ply silicone hose. Also, we have all the clamps in it so you don't miss anything. This is the 2.5-inch boost outlet from the turbo into the U-pipe, which is here. This will connect, and this U-pipe connects into this 45-degree and allows the boost pressure to build into the intercooler. Now these three silicone coppers are for the intake. First of all, we have the 4 to 3-inch copper, which will go from the turbo into the S-shaped pipe. Now the 3-inch copper, which joins the two intake pipes, and the 3 to 3.25 inch that connects from the intake pipe into the stock airbox system. Now we also have the down pipe, which is a 3-inch pipe, stainless steel. It's a pretty nice piece. It bolts on into the OEM, like let's say V-band clamp style. So any OEM style or OEM exhaust will fit into this down pipe. Now we have our signature 3.5 exhaust manifold. This one comes with an external wastegate port, so the latest batches have all come with it. So for a future upgrade, most people like to add like a screamer pipe into the wastegate system. So this is an upgrade for the future high power engine cars. We have 1.5-inch runners, which will allow you to run 1.1 to 1 back pressure ratio. And as you can see, in here you have the serial number of the manifold. We have the 4 nuts, 10mm nuts and studs that hold the turbocharger into the manifold.